Hey there, it's Jen, and thank you for stopping by my little corner of YouTube today. Today I am sharing a few projects using the brand new card kit from Hedgehog Hollow. And this is a kit for the month of October, and it is filled with lots of Maker Forte products. Maker Forte is a brand new company, and so it has a lot of cool products from the company, including the 6x8 stamp set, which I will be using today, as well as the stencil, which I will be using today, and this cardstock, which is called a perfect blend cardstock. It's got a little bit of a gloss finish almost, and the cardstock just allows the ink to stay wet a little bit longer. And today I'm creating 3 cards, so it's going to be 3 cards with the same stencil with the same color combination, which are these distress inks in tea dye, festive berries, shabby shutters, and wilted violet. And I've already gone ahead and blended out the festive berries, and then I'm going in, I went in with the tea dye, and I am currently going in right now with the shabby shutters, and then I will fill that center portion with the wilted violet. And then I'll pull off the stencil, and I'm going to take my water bottle and spritz the panel with some water so I can get some water spots. And I let the water sit on for probably about 15 seconds or so, and then take a paper towel and blot up those spots. So basically it's just pulling up the ink everywhere that water touched. And then I'm going to take the stencil again, and I originally, before I started the card, sprayed the stencil with some pixie spray, and it is still tacky from that spray, so I am going to reposition it 2 more times. So I've repositioned it in the left-hand corner of the card panel, and I'm going to take all of my inks and go back over that area one more time. And then I will do the same in the right-hand corner. It just gives it kind of a layered look in a way, and positioning it at both corners, it makes those little center dots kind of go in a diagonal on the card. And so it just gives the panel a little bit of a different look rather than just having the stencil down. I will show the completed cards at the end of the video. I'll show some still shots. And so I went ahead and I took my favorite little gloss spray, the Dina Wakley white gloss spray, and splattered that panel. And then I'm going to move on to the second card. The second card I did some dry embossing, and I didn't end up showing it because I am not sure if I did the panel or the stack correctly for my big shot, and I always have trouble remembering what order it goes in. And the stencil didn't raise the cardstock as much as it usually does. But after I did that, I just went and took all of my ink colors and blended out that panel. And then I'll set that aside and move on to my last card. And I've already put some wilted violet down on the entire card panel. And I'm just taking the stencil again and placing that pretty evenly on the card panel. And I am using some Liquitex modeling paste, which is opaque, so you won't be able to see through it. And I have spread that over the entire stencil. And then I'm using my heat tool to let it dry. And when you do this, it bubbles up, and I wanted that look. I wanted that texture in it. But if you don't want that texture, just let it air dry, and it'll dry fine and smooth. And then after I have dried that, I'm going to set the stencil right back over where I had put that texture paste through, and I'm once again going to take all of my distress colors and go over the stencil. I really like the blend that shows on this card more than the others, I think, because it's just the stencil itself and you can see it really clearly. And again, I'm using the same 4 colors, so I've already used the wilted violet as the solid color in the background, and then I am taking the festive berries in the center, and then the tea dye around that, and then I will use the shabby shutters, and then I do repeat and go back in with that festive berries just to make sure that you can see that color. And here are the completed panels. And I'm just going to go over kind of what I did real quickly. I don't show the process of putting it together. But with this first card, I took a piece of vellum. And right now I'm taking a gold Posca pen and just making some little dots on that gold embossed poinsettia. And so that poinsettia stamp is from another Maker Forte stamp set that is not included in the kit, but the Merry Christmas sentiment is from the kit, and that those images are gold embossed. And that will finish off the first card. And I wanted to mention that I will be doing another giveaway of this month's box, just like I did with last month. So if you're interested in that, I will probably put that in my next video. So for this next card, I used a Pink Fresh Studios border die called Ornate Banner. I added the sentiment on a piece of vellum and tied that up with a silver thread, and then added some Cloud 9 Dream Drops, and that will finish off that card. And for my last card, I used a Pink Fresh Studio die again. It's called Braided Tags, and I am taking some Stardust stickles and putting that in those little openings that the die made. I used a Christmas tree die from my stash and stamped up Joyous Noel from the stamp set that is included in the box this month. And I added a few little embellishments to that card, and that completes that card and the series of 3. And I will be back every week this month to share with you different projects using this kit. As always, if you liked this video or found it informative, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will catch you next time.